Hello, welcome to Soulprint Intuitive Tarot. My name is Cyndy. Thank you very much for being here. As you can see from the title, this is a video, a quick tarot look at the Liberal Party of Canada versus Polyev. And it's being stated that way because Trudeau, who is currently the head of the Liberal Party, has announced that he will be stepping down. And right now there are the preliminary. I don't believe he's actually stepping down until the next election, which is in October of 2025. But so somewhere between, I guess, now and then, the Liberals are going to need to elect a new leader. And it actually looks like they've got some good people sort of throwing their hat into the ring. I'll get into more details with that just a little bit closer to what's going on there. So just so you know, this video is being released on Pendulum Friday. There's a Pendulum Friday video that has been released. There is also a short mini on Daniel Smith and Alberta. And this hopefully is going to be a short mini on the federal response, what's going on there with Trudeau and how things are unfolding. So this is just really interesting. Before the tariff situation started, the Liberals were polling behind the Conservatives, so Polyev, by some 27 points or something. It was huge. When Trudeau announced that he was resigning, and listen, this is the thing, right? Countries do this all over the world. We don't vote people in, we vote people out, right? Trudeau's been around for 10 years. People are getting kind of tired of him, and it's time for new energy. Okay. So when Trudeau announced that, their numbers started creeping up. However, now that this tariff situation is going on, and frankly, he's doing a really good job handling it, that 27-point lead has now shrunk to an 8-point lead. So even though the Conservative Party is still leading, and there's 10 months, right? 7 months, 9 months, 8 months, however, whatever, until the next election, right? So there's a lot of time in there. One of the things that I think is going to come up and going to be an issue is that Polyev, he sort of is like a younger, not as bombastic Trump, right? Very conservative ideas. And again, you know, those kinds of ideas are antiquated. A lot of what ultra-conservatives are looking for their government to do is simply not acceptable by everybody else. And so that's what you have, right? You have a situation where we also are needing to get rid of some of our dinosaurs, right? All right, let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna focus in on the Liberals and see what's happening because the tariffs are a great concern. And you know, so let's start there. Trajectory Liberal Party, trajectory Liberal Party, trajectory Liberal Party. Okay. Right now, the Liberal Party is still, I mean, they're at a crossroads, right? It's you're either elect this guy is your leader or that guy is your leader. So right now, the party is in lockstep with Trudeau. Frankly, the country is in lockstep with Trudeau. The Buy Canada movement is massive, and companies are already feeling the impact of Canadians saying, Sorry, not buying it. If it comes from the United States, if it's made in the United States, I'm not buying it. I'm going to buy the Canadian equivalent or version. So while the liberals were sort of looking around for something to sink their teeth into, this tariff situation arose. And what it's done is it's causing people to sort of take a step back and pay attention to politics for a change, because we don't often, right? Life is busy. We get distracted by stuff. But so for right now, Trudeau is definitely riding that wave, and he is going to continue riding that wave until some of this tariff nonsense settles down, or Trump stops pushing for it. Okay, things are moving along, and right now the liberals are gaining and they're holding. Okay, where the Liberal Party is going to run into some problems is that there need to be very, very clear about what we don't know. I know there's a difference between saying there are security reasons that we cannot tell you this, but be mindful of the fact that we are aware of it, versus I don't know what's going on or nothing's going on. So there's going to be some clarity that needs to be determined in terms of their messaging. Ultimately, the Seven of Cups, I mean, in Canada, there's four, five, six parties, right? So there's a lot of choices for people to make. And very often, the choices that are being made on a one or two issue situation. And so what happens is, well, this government is going to do this, and I'm really for this, or they're really against that, and so am I. And they don't listen to all of the other stuff. That is why right now in the United States, you have MAGAs coming out of the woodwork saying, I didn't vote for this. I didn't vote for that. I only voted for him because of this one thing. Well, sorry, you should have paid attention to all the other things that he was very loud about saying what he was going to do. So the Liberal Party needs to be mindful that there's choices, and if they want to sort of get the upper hand, they're going to need to be firm and be strong. Unfortunately, I do not see the NDP government being the majority party in Canada at this time. So really the race boils down to the Liberals and the Conservatives. But as I said, right now, everything is coalescing around the Liberals because people are not amused, frankly. They're working hard. They're going to continue to sort of be in our faces. And, it gets frustrating. When COVID happened, the Liberal government under Trudeau was very, very quick to start handing out money, right? If you were one of those people whose businesses was closed down, you could apply for it, sort of almost like unemployment insurance, but it was sort of in a separate category. And they were handing out money all over the place to all kinds of people to keep the economy moving forward. Well, millions of people took that money, stuffed it in their pocket, and said, and I hate Trudeau. I didn't see any of them actually saying, well, I hate Trudeau, and as a result, I can't accept this money. People had really, really short memories. And it's important that the Liberals in particular, if they want to hold, they're going to need to continue to work really, really, really hard. Listen, the Conservatives are really sneaky. I can't remember if it was the past election or the one before, here in Alberta, the opposition party basically, and it was the Conservatives, they released all kinds of financial information about the money that had been spent or squandered by the NDP after the election when they won. They said, "Oh, our numbers weren't wrong. Our numbers were wrong. Sorry, oops, our bad." They need to be mindful. There's going to be more kind of upheaval coming, but there is also the ability to move forward. As of right now, the country stands united, and we are looking elsewhere. Frankly, we're looking elsewhere. Certainly, the Liberals are doing a very good job making it very clear that, oh, okay, well, the United States want to put tariffs on us. That's not a problem. We're going to start selling all our oil to Europe because they were buying all theirs from Russia, and that's not a good deal anymore. So things are moving, and finally, it feels really like people are paying attention. So as of right now, it looks like Trudeau and the Liberal Party are going to continue to gain ground and momentum federally. Honestly, you have to do something really, really massive to get people in the prairie provinces in particular to vote against the Conservatives. So I guess we'll see how that unfolds. But right now, the Liberals are gaining strength, and with it, and there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of talk about, listen, Trudeau has to, get off the world stage, and we need to do the election sooner. Well, yeah, it makes sense because right now he seems to be handling it, and he seems to be able to have the upper hand. I'll say it that way. So that's where that is. As far as Justin Polyev, I think that he is going to be a force to be reckoned with because it's that same sort of very conservative, Trump-like energy. But when you lose the backing of people in huge major centers in Quebec, Ontario, BC, or if you can't get it, you are in a much stronger position. And it's almost impossible for the Conservatives to win in those three areas. That's where we're at right now. Thank you very, very much for being here. I hope you've enjoyed this. Don't forget, look for the other 2 videos that are being released the morning of February 14th. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.